Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Ready, Ethan?
Oh, yes.
Stop saying it like that. It's sending me under. Welcome, everyone, to the SloppyJoesPodcast. It is me, Joe McGrath, and we have to start the podcast on some sad news. Unfortunately, Joe Smith
Dead.
has got... Unfortunately, Joe Smith, for the first time in Sloppy Joe's history, has missed an episode because he's not dead, Ethan. He has got trench foot.
Oh.
So in his replacement, well, no, still here, is Ethan James, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yes. Hello. I am still here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both.
We went from Joe Smith to, I'd say, an even better Smith. Not Will. Any other Smiths, Ethan, you want to throw in there?
Oh,
Not Sam.
what about Sarah Jane Smith from the Sarah Jane Adventures?
Of course.
Or a blacksmith.
Oh, who?
Like an old ironmonger.
Right, well, he's probably lowered the tone already, isn't he? It is...
How was that lowered?
Ladies and gentlemen, Max Smith! Hey! Great to see you, sir.
How are you doing?
Oh, today has been an alright day. The mood around the sort of town is that the weather's shite.
Yeah,
it's
not
autumn.
happy. Yeah.
Apparently we get tireder now because of like with the days getting shorter, you've got like hormones in your body that think you're all like sleepy. Apparently that's why we're a bit more moody.
So I was off to work the other day. I take the tram because I'm one of those sort of public
Congrats.
transport heads, and it was a big old congested.
Yeah,
the trams were congested because of the bloody Tories.
Yeah, get it in nice and early, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, set your steam.
What
yeah.
audience do you have?
Oh,
Which are great.
mixture of both.
Oh.
Depends. If they come in for Ethan, they fucking love the Tories.
they?
If they come in for me and you,
I got that vibe from him.
So is that the end of the story?
Mate, I've not had a good week, all right? What do you want from me?
You've got big shoes to fill, and all you've started with, I was on a busy tram.
No, the tram wasn't busy. The tram was quite dead.
All right.
It was just me and one other guy. But there were a lot of trams in front of us.
Are you feeling the pressure in a way, Max? Big shoes to
Have I
fill.
got depression?
No, are you feeling the pressure? Well, there's two questions.
Yeah.
We'll start with, are you feeling the pressure?
I've been on the Sloppy Joes podcast,
Yes.
filling in for probably the sloppiest of the Joes. No pressure.
Yes. And are you depressed?
Slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah, but that's just the weather's grim. You know, the hormones are all over the place.
Yeah. Ethan James, how are your hormones?
Oh, well, you see, Joe, in my job, I work in the studio all the time. So much so, probably, I'm on a Monday, for example, the longest day, I can be... I think it was 13 hours
they're all
of the
the
day.
same time.
So, well,
They're all 24 hours.
I never actually get the weather.
So you're just happy regardless?
No,
or-
miserable permit.
Would you
Oh,
prefer it if there was
Fucking
like a leak above your head when it rains, and then when it's sunny outside, we could just put a hot lamp next to you?
Oh, nice.
I would like that because it's a bit of sensory.
Yeah.
And it would make me feel...
That's the face of a man that loves senses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at him. So, what is your favourite of the senses?
I'd probably go with touch.
Oh, I don't like that.
That
That
was
little grin afterwards.
fucking-
Fucking love touch.
That was absolutely awful. If you had to lose one sense, fuck touch off. It's
Oh.
not even great.
Yeah.
I'm talking eyes, ears, mouth and nose.
Oh, they're just parts of the body.
The
Joe.
famous of the senses.
Sorry, sight, hearing.
I want to get rid of mouth.
Sight, hearing. Sight and hearing. Let's just do that one. Which one would
I've
you go
always
for?
said this, famously said, I would get rid of hearing. Because I would, if I lose my sight, it's sad,
What
isn't
can
it?
you do? Ethan?
Well, I think all my memories are visuals. And if I lost my sight, I would therefore have no memories, therefore no more dreams, and I couldn't see. So I just wouldn't be the same anymore. I could fuck off music.
Do you not like music?
Well, I'm not as into it as you are.
Do you like music, Max?
I listen to a lot of soundtracks.
What? So your favourite band is what? Hans Zimmer?
Probably the Nintendo Orchestra. Or that Mario music I've been
So
listening
you
to.
don't you'd listen to like what? What's a good soundtrack? Superman? What? That
Sure.
is a good, no, that is a good one, isn't it? The Superman.
Yeah, that one famous song. That's fine. I really like the Ace Attorney soundtrack. God, there's so many, isn't there? Halo. That's
Halo.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Beyonce song as well, that.
Sure, yeah. I don't
Sure.
think that was
Ethan,
in the game.
favourite band? Oh, Travis or something fucking depressing.
No, well, to be honest, I can actually resonate with Max and the
Thank
whole
you.
like Hans Zimmer thing. I was actually sat listening
say
to
Hans
Hans
Zimmer,
Zimmer
Joe.
the other day,
Yeah.
and what I used to do during sixth form, if you don't mind me casting our minds back a few years,
No.
6 years, 7 years,
God.
I used to sit and revise, and I'd either listen to one of three things.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you like?
Yeah,
would
I'd
you like
love
the
to
big
know all
three?
three, please.
All right. So the first one.
Could you hum them and we guess what they are?
No. What?
Yes,
Are
I
they guessable? Because if it's some sort of mad, wacky sort of soundtrack, I got no hope.
Okay, I'll do the first one.
Is that your teacher telling you to shut up? Playing your music too loud.
Do you want me to do it again,
Yeah,
Max?
please.
Oh, is that it?
Because he fucking disturbed it. It feels quite spooky. Like.
That's just wind.
It's the rain. So I'd listen to
nice.
I used to listen to the rain on those 10-hour tracks when revising,
Jesus.
or I'd listen to on repeat constantly. Do you know Hans Zimmer's? I think it's from the movie Inception, which I've never
Yeah,
seen.
what?
What a
on.
film.
You can't be into a soundtrack but never seen the film.
Well, yeah, it's called Time.
Yes, I know that's the man.
Yeah, very good, very
That is a
good.
very good
I'd
soundtrack.
listen to that on repeat for hours when revising.
Hours?
And the final one would be Andrea Bocelli's album C Deluxe version.
What
Wow.
sense do you think Bocelli would want to lose?
Oh,
Got to be mouth.
Is he blind?
I forgot. No, but
Wait, Bocelli's blind, isn't he?
yeah.
Is he?
knows,
Joe,
yeah.
come on, Max. You see, the thing is, if you go,
who's Bocelli? I
if
thought he
you're
was.
if you're in fucking Joe Smith's shoes, you've got to keep up. You've got to keep.
I don't want to
up,
be in
man.
his shoes. He's got trench foot.
What is trench foot? Can you Google what trench foot is, please, Ethan?
Oh yes, I'll be on that now.
Right, so we've got our regular features coming up. We
Yeah.
have got the wonderful 9 out of 10 club. We have also just got to talk about our bloody weeks. I went to a wedding this week.
Nice.
This week. So, weddings. Let's talk about them. When was the last time we went to Max Smith?
Last wedding I went to the reception, the party
Ooh,
afterwards.
they didn't really like that much, do they?
No, I've never really met them properly before. It's Stephen's sister.
Oh, so you were invited to the reception?
Yeah.
And how was that?
That was fine. That was fun. I actually went to my girlfriend's friend had one. That was recent. That was fun. Didn't know anyone there.
Did you do the what's called like traditionally the full day? When you're there for the ceremony,
Yeah.
you're there for the meal, you're there for a bit in the middle where no one knows really what's happening.
Yeah.
Then you're there in the night.
I sort of left just before the night started, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a few drinks afterwards, which I went to. I had
Yeah.
a bit of the dinner. But I mean, I don't know anyone there. They didn't know me.
No.
I'm just a weird hairy guy that just sort of...
Just sort of floated in,
Yeah.
left. I've started to. So when you're a kid, adults talk about weddings and comedians talk about weddings a bit, and weddings are sort of
Yeah.
symbolised that you don't want to get invited to the full day because it'd be quite long. It is a long day, a long day. Ethan, when was the last wedding you went to?
Oh, well, that would be. I've only been to 2 in my lifetime,
Yeah.
and the last one I went to was my stepbrother Ed's wedding. And I've got-
Congratulations.
Thank you to. I mean, sorry. Yes, congratulations to him. But the one experience that I had, Joe, I'm gonna say scarred me for a long time.
What happened?
Well, you see, this was when I was in my uni days,
Yeah.
trying to make up the contacts, find a break into the media industry. So when I was at the wedding, you see, we had a family friend called Hannah. And Hannah was the weather girl for, I think, BBC.
Ooh.
So
well.
yeah, that's quite a contact, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking, let's swindle some work experience opportunities.
Yeah.
So there I was, put on the very same table as Hannah, sat right next to her by
Nice,
chance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Ah.
go on, Ethan.
So I was tuning her ear off, and
Pardon?
not
Was that the
literally.
starter?
Oh no, sorry, Joe. I'm also the expression of talking quite a lot into her ear, and And what I was saying to her, Joe, was I was trying to get some advice and things, and then there was a moment. There was a moment, Joe.
Is it raining? What's the weather like now?
There was a moment.
I don't know if it's rain outside or this music I've been listening to for the last 10 hours.
There was a moment where do you recall at a wedding where there's many moments where you have to stand up?
Yeah, you've got to like sort of raise a toast and everyone just sort of stands up and we all go to the thingy or whatever like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was one of those moments, Joe. I stood up, pint of coals in the air to whatever, put the pint of coals back down right in front of me, and whilst I'm chatting away to Hannah, I would sit back down, and as I sit back down, clank, my chin hits my pint, and it goes all over my suit. And I just make a right arse of myself, to be honest.
Just your suit, though. You didn't get any on her.
I didn't get any on her.
That's good.
I must say I never got
You sound like
any
you were quite defensive there, even. I didn't get it. It wasn't me.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
I didn't get any experience at the BBC, so that could maybe.
Do you think you could see yourself as a weather boy?
With a boy or with a man?
Yeah. All right, whatever you want to say.
I'm a man.
You are a man.
Can you give us a little taste of what you'd be like on the weather?
The weather today. You've just come in from the shop, haven't you? What was the weather like?
Oh shit, yes. So I'd be like, this is quite a lot of pressure for this kind of.
Pressure for the wind.
Pressure's
That's
weather,
good. That's good because it's moving south.
Okay, so I'll be like, hello everyone. Welcome to. Sorry.
You don't like it?
What's the intro? Do I need to have
This
good...
is you, Ethan's weather. Come on, you've seen the weather.
Hello everyone. Lovely to see you. That's quite a warm intro, isn't it? Which will make up for the cold weather.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
He's practiced.
End of weather.
End of weather.
That's what you need to do.
End it there.
We've ended on a high note.
I love it. Highs of 19. It's quite mild out there. How the weather? Fuck that.
You're good. That was good.
So let me talk you through the wedding day. One thing that absolutely blew my mind was there was the ceremony. Now the ceremony was everything was in this one big room. The room had a big curtain down the middle. Ceremony was there.
Yeah.
Then the curtain was where we all had meals. And then the curtain was drew back up because where we had the ceremony, the chairs were going to go, that would become the dance floor. And I would be cutting some shapes later.
Nice.
We're doing the ceremony and I found myself a seat. I was invited solo.
Yeah.
So I'm just, by myself. I made friends with this couple from America.
Okay.
America.
That's fun.
He owns ambulances.
What?
Oh, it's booming business over there, isn't it?
Yeah, he owns ambulances.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Mate, do you not remember in New York when we were driving down the motorway to go to New Jersey for when we were away on tour? Patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast. Watch the exclusive. There was a live update on an advertisement board to how close an ambulance was to you from this certain company.
You're kidding.
They were average waiting time was 6 minutes, and then it'd go up and mad innit?
What?
So if you wanted to, you'd call this company if you needed an ambulance. Mental.
That's terrifying.
Anyway, he was a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Depending on how much he fucking charges you. So I made friends with the American couple. We're all sitting there looking forward to it.
Yeah, of course.
The music starts to play when the bride is going to come down. Now, it wasn't the conventional like, it was some song I've never heard of before.
Okay.
Sort of a slow burner, Max. Like, and there was a little bit of a kerfuffle. Now, the room has a couple of doors on the outside. Now, all of these doors were open.
Okay.
A little bit of sunlight coming through. It's lovely.
Beautiful.
I say we're a minute into the song. And what is happening outside, which I don't know about, is the page girl or the flower girl.
Yep.
She's refusing to go down the aisle. Stage fright. She's like stage fright. Stage fright. She's like, I'm not doing it. So this song is dragging on and on and on. But yeah.
Rewind.
I'm gonna play this one back. But then she gets the courage. She walks down the aisle. Fine. Bridesmaids come down the aisle. Then they take their seats. And this song, I'm hearing it in the background. It is building and building and building. But there is no sign of the bride. Like, no sign of the bride. You can see through the doors and around the doors, the bride isn't there. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
She's jilted him.
She's absolutely done a runner.
Yeah. No.
I thought this was going to be like an American. I thought I was with the Americans. They're going to be loving this. Happens all the time. But the tune hits this sort of section in it where it goes, boom, 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 right? So this is coming up, that bit of the song's coming up, keep that in mind. But whilst that is approaching, all the doors slam shut. Every single door slams. Bang, 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 bang. So we can't see anything now. A little bit of darkness falls upon...
terrifying.
A little bit of darkness falls upon the ceremony. And then this bit of the song comes. Ba, 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 bum. Boom. When I say, Max, these doors right at the back of the ceremony opened like I've never seen doors open before. Boom. The bride's there. It was like a fucking film.
Oh, they
mate.
planned it,
I started
man.
whooping.
Yeah, of
It was like,
course.
oh my God, the doors were like, ba-da-da-dum, boom. And she's there like, boom, stunned. I was like, this is unbelievable. I
That's
forgot where
theatre,
I was.
man.
I was whooping, I was cheering, I was going wild. I loved it. I have never seen doors open like it before in my life.
Were you the only person reacting that way?
I think there was a sense of awe
Just
around the
everyone
place.
quiet and you just woo.
Woo! I loved it. And I spoke
amazing.
to the groom after. He said if them doors didn't open on time,
Yeah.
no one was getting paid.
So that was fully planned.
Fully planned. The pressure on opening a door has never been so high, Ethan.
Oh no! Do you remember Takeshi's Castle when you'd have to run through those doors to get to the next
Yeah.
bit?
Yeah, I've
when
got
that didn't open, that was quite a lot of pressure. I would probably say.
I'm gonna say there was
What a way to get married that would be.
There's a bit of, Imagine she went to the wrong. She ended up winning Takeshi's Castle.
All the doors around the room, you can hear her just smacking into them. Then she appears at the end.
Sometimes there'd be a big sumo on the other side.
Oh,
wouldn't they?
yeah,
Push you
man,
in
yeah.
the water.
They put that horrible paint in your face, don't they? That would
awful.
ruin a day.
Yeah. Imagine if you had to get married to one of them.
What? Me? I'm not a big sumo.
No, what?
Oh, I thought you pointed at me.
Show you.
So then we had the food. That was great. We had pork sandwiches.
Yeah, that's
They did
good.
say on the menu crackling. Not a fucking drop of crackling to be seen.
Shocking.
I love crackling.
Oh, they left.
Then there was a ceremony and a DJ, and then there was fireworks. Fireworks are mad.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money on
Oh,
fireworks.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy. Do you like a firework?
You see, I don't mind a firework. I used to have a bit of fear of a firework
Why? What
back in
happened?
the
Something
day.
bad?
Oh, I don't know. It's just I had a bit of PTSD from the time when. Well, you see, Max, we used to have. My stepdad used to have a cottage isolated in Northumberland.
Drugs
He used-
cottage.
It wasn't a
for
drugs
parties.
cottage.
There's
For,
no
for
drugs.
parties. And, do you remember off air you were talking about those orgies they used to have in the Romans?
No.
Yeah,
What,
of course.
tell us about what this was an off-air chat. I don't know how we got there.
So I've heard in the past the Romans would meet up in like a big room.
Yeah,
They would just eat, have copious amounts of sex,
yeah.
throw up, and then do it all over again.
That is what Ethan's stepdad
No,
did.
no,
in
no.
the
Really?
Yeah, it was seedy, wasn't it?
That is really bad. Ethan, were you involved in any of this?
Well,
for the audio listeners, Ethan did a little hand gesture to say, I remember you were- it's a lovely. I want it to go. I'd love to go.
well,
Yeah, yeah.
Sadly, the cottage is no longer.
Burnt down.
It did
Burnt
burn down.
Yeah.
It did burn
A
down.
foul
Big
doobie
mystery
got
still
mislaid.
ongoing.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the original story I was going to tell you about the cottage. Oh, fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yes. So
I assume that's that's why it burnt down, right?
yeah, well, no, it didn't burn down. It didn't burn down. So, but the cottage was used for some events and stuff might have happened. There might have been
Events.
the odd gatherings and stuff. But my stepdad lived there by himself. I think like 20 odd years. No, like internet or anything. No, like
Don't need the
electricity or
internet
whatever.
when you just...
Pounding away.
Oh.
Oh.
And I remember one time we went up there and we set up all the fireworks and that. But on the hill, obviously they weren't planted in properly.
Oh,
Shit.
So
And
fucking
that's what
hell.
that's rule number one, innit?
I had
Motherfuckers.
hide behind the Land Rover, Joe, to save myself as the burning lights just flashed by.
It was that bad.
Oh yes, and then I didn't
my
like
God.
it for a bit, but
Do you get like Vietnam flashbacks?
oh
sort of,
yes.
To your stepdad's sex cabin?
No, there's no sex cabin.
Couple
No.
of Catherine wheels.
Oh no.
Your mum's nickname, wasn't
No, she wasn't.
it?
So grim.
Man, yeah, but the day was great. I
Yeah, that's
loved it.
good.
I like a wedding. They did that thing during the ceremony where they said, and I thought this was only in the films, where they had, if
I
anyone
do.
knows why the couple shouldn't get married, please say something now.
What did you say?
I stayed quiet. Someone's phone went off. That was a bit eerie.
Oh.
See, I thought that bit was just in the movies, Ethan.
Oh no, they actually do. I've never
Yeah.
seen it done before though.
I'd love to see it done.
Oh, apart from that one film that I saw on Facebook once, but I can't remember what film it was.
Well, that's a good, lovely bit of information. For
Oh,
us
well,
Lovely anecdote.
You know, apparently he reveals on the stage that everyone takes out from under the seats a picture of the best man sleeping with his missus.
Fuck
And then
off.
he's
Is that
out
real?
himself. No,
Wait
it's
a
film.
minute. I think
Oh, is it film?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I can't remember it though.
Yeah.
Oh, what a moment.
What a moment. So,
I went to a wedding
yeah, we...
in the last year or so,
yeah.
and they did it. They did the who wants to say no to this wedding, but obviously it's more eloquently put.
Yeah.
So it's a real
It's
thing.
a real thing. So it's
Yeah.
not, I thought it was just in the movies.
No,
thought it was just in the
I assume
films.
the movie's got it from the real thing,
Yeah.
not
That's
vice
what-
versa.
You're getting married soon, Joe, aren't you?
Yeah.
Would it be funny if I
Easter-
did that, like a little prank?
It would be good if we sort of, I don't know, had a prank where only the sloppers were in on it, and you ran up and said no, and sort of maybe pushed Becky out the way, and we declared our love for each other.
Or maybe,
What a prank that would be.
Yeah.
can I ask legally binding if I was to run up in that moment and it was you may kiss the bride, and I was to swoop in and take your place, would I become legally married?
Do you want to answer that one?
I don't know the legality of it. I've never really read the rules, but I have to assume that if you say I do when the priest says it, then it's
If you're in the back whispering it, I do.
Yeah.
yeah.
I do. And record yourself doing it. And also, I think you have to change your name. You're going to have to change your name on the day.
Ah.
Because it says, you Joe.
Oh, yeah.
So if you got fucking, if you change your name to me,
Yeah.
and then you're whispering, and then you get right in there at the end, sort of
Yeah.
last minute winner,
Yeah.
I think there's nothing I can do.
No.
VAR it, I suppose. Cry
Yeah.
about it after.
Yeah.
So that's what you plan on doing?
Well, I was just like thinking that would be quite funny.
It will be.
It would be, to be fair.
We're quite a bit into the podcast now, and I want to. This next story from me is for the hardcore listeners, for the hardcore Sloppy Joes, because I don't want to be judged in any way by what I'm about to reveal.
I've heard some awful things from you, Joe. So I
Reveal's
don't
a
think.
big word.
Yeah, it is.
It has a lot to do with the pod. Was what the story I'm about to tell is. Whew, big deep breath. It's something I get up to in the toilets.
Oh, boy.
Oh, classic.
And
Not
it's-
that again.
However, I'd say I don't do it in. Maybe I do it in my toilet as well.
Well, is this the time where you came out and you went, oh, I've had a few nasty bumps in there, and you're holding your head like you hurt yourself?
Nah. This is the time. He thinks I've got a drug problem.
Oh,
He
okay.
has. Look at him. He took fucking. What did you take for 9 months because you had a cat?
Antihistamines.
9 years. He took.
9
Oh,
years.
really? 9 years of
Snorting
that
it by
stuff.
the end of it.
Hardcore
Injected it
that.
into his big toe. At urinals.
What? Ate urinals?
Urinal,
At urinals.
Oh.
Not I
Pre-
didn't eat urinals.
predominantly urinals? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I did this once because I was wearing. So Becky has 2 pairs of boxers that she calls comfy boxers.
Yep.
And I unfortunately wore one of her comfy boxers on a day's work once, and they are comfy for Becky. They are tight for me.
Yeah.
And I was struggling when I was going for a wee at the urinals to just sort of whip the willy out
Of
and
course.
go for it.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I did was, this is where it gets a little bit. I sort of popped the balls out as well,
Oh.
and from that moment on,
Okay.
now if you ever see me at urinals,
Oh,
I really enjoy just popping the balls out as well.
Yeah.
Is that weird, Ethan?
Um,
Even if I've got lots of room, all
The
three of them
balls
go.
just have to come out.
All 3 of them just go for a fucking adventure.
you see, I think you can get away with it in the sense what I do is I always place a hand around my genitals.
Nah,
to,
balls is better. The genitals makes
okay.
me feel sick.
Yeah,
That
That's
word
like
is
doctor
wild.
speak, innit?
Yeah, call it balls.
But just to like,
Cock
just
and balls.
to hide it off. But the worst thing with me is, and if you don't mind, Drew, again, if we do a bit of nostalgia, if I cast your mind all the way back to episode 3, I sometimes struggle to wee at a urinal. I stand there for ages, and
Yeah.
it just won't come out when there's other people around me. But I've got better at this.
Yeah,
Ever since
congratulations.
I've adopted my new system.
What's your new system?
I count from 1 to 7.
And then what, do you fall asleep?
So-
You hypnotise yourself?
So sometimes I'm on call. Say if I'm on call with Manisha or whatever, and I'm going for a wee or whatever.
What?
Even the
Hold on. You would speak to your girlfriend whilst pissing?
but I'd mute myself,
So
But-
she's just speaking to herself.
But even
That's
in,
what you're liking it. Oh,
but-
she's chatting on again.
even in the presence that knowing that somebody's on the other end of the phone, I sometimes freeze a little bit.
Right.
So when I count 1 to 7, I'm all right.
Nice.
Do you ever have that problem?
So
that
I through because of shame never use the urinal.
You never use
No,
a
I
urinal.
can't do it.
We've got 2 non-urinal users here.
Terrified of standing there and someone going.
So even in a very busy, even in a very busy place,
Don't care, mate.
you would queue up for the
I shit in the toilet.
what? I get that bit. That's not the. It's not the great.
I know you, Joe. I know where you're going.
No. So you would queue up for the cubicle.
Yeah.
Right, and tell me what are the? And I'm sorry for the lady listeners here.
Sorry, guys.
What would the balls be doing you, Wee, if you're standing up?
They. I don't. I guess I've never really thought about it.
Role play.
Okay. So I undo the belt.
Yeah. Do you play any music accompanying you?
Yeah, out loud as well.
Undo the belt.
I find a playlist on YouTube.
Is it raining in it?
I take the belt not off, but I unbuckle it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it off. Undo the button. Undo the fly.
Yeah, of course.
So now I've sort of got an open flap.
Yeah, your boxes are there, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess I pull the boxes down. I guess the balls do come out, you know.
Wow. So I'm not the only.
I'm
balls
dropping
out
ball
man
in
here.
in the toilet, yeah.
Some would say that you just sort of whip the willy out and that does
Yeah,
the
that's
heavy
correct.
lifting. Is that what you
Yeah, that's correct.
do? You not put your balls
Although
out
I
at all?
can't, of course, there's a reason why the zipper exists. I assume the zipper is surely to let it flop when you go for a piss. I assume.
Yeah.
But however, a wee bit of pressure. Sorry, not
A
to
wee
say
what?
Sorry, a little bit of pressure is what I was meant to say, Joe. Maybe confused with where your urinals. What I mean is that little bit of pressure underneath from the gene can almost put everything almost to a halt. Or
That's it.
chaos, sprinklers.
Oh, mate,
do you know what I
it is
mean?
fucking-
It's back to the fireworks.
Mate, sometimes when the willy sprinkles, it is crazy and there's nothing stopping it.
Yeah. When I pull boxes down, right, and I've just got the stem
It
out,
goes dark.
I wake up a mile away, covered in piss. How did I get here? The boxers cause so that you got your urethra in the penis.
What bit's that, please?
So like the hole at the top.
Or is
You
that the
can't call it
urethra?
what you think it's meant to say. Go on, the urethra.
Yeah,
I'm in
that thing.
trouble, that.
So the boxers can sometimes because my boxers are tight. I've had to get new
Buy
ones.
some more fucking loose
No,
ones.
I have used ones.
Loose, not used. Fucking hell. Not used boxes. What are you buying?
Go to charity shops for boxes. The boxes are so tight that they would sort of, I guess, press against it.
Christ.
So it's holding the
Like a cork.
pee inside my body.
Really?
So that's why I had to get the testes out.
Joe Smith wears his dad's boxers. I just remembered
do you
that.
remember that?
So we're taking the piss out of him for wearing other people's boxers. He literally wears his dad's.
That's mad.
The wrong
There
one.
is a design in boxes which is quite weird. So you've got your boxes, and then where the willy is, there is like a little bit-
door.
Do you ever use the door?
Never used the door.
It's quite a theme, the door today, isn't it?
What?
Quite a theme doors today.
Yeah. Ba-da-da-da-boom. I want to talk about quite an incredible person on TikTok
Okay.
that looks like Ethan. So I can add in a clip now.
Day 187 of trying to drink 2,000 pints in 200 days. We are on pint number 1,920. That's an average of 10.2674. We have 11 days left, 80 pints remaining, and we need to drink an average of 7.2.
This man, I've been following his journey for a long time,
Okay.
and it's baffling.
Yeah.
He is trying to drink 2,000 pints in 200 days, an average of 10 pints per day.
Oh,
He is on a day 187,
that's not good.
and he is far
Is he
in.
smashing it?
he drinks like. But
There's no prize.
There is no prize. There is no prize in this for him. He's not doing it for charity or anything like that.
Or his liver.
Yeah.
I've got so many questions. One, are you related to him?
I don't know who he is.
Oh,
Joe.
you'll see him. He looks like you, essentially. That's a yes. Two, I don't know if I believe him. I don't know if I believe him.
So does he post a TikTok a day of him doing it?
Yeah. No, here's what he'll post, and what the Sloppy Joes have just seen there. Him by a computer, because he spreadsheets his whole journey.
Okay.
He knows how much he spent exactly on beer in 187 days. He knows exactly the beers. He knows what he's drank. He knows how much he's going to pay in tax. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all weird. So he'll sit and do a daily update in the morning by a spreadsheet and go, I've drank finger here, finger here, and I've got 7 pints a day to reach the target. So, it's a fucking great impression, by the way.
That is amazing.
But I never see him drink a bear.
That's the issue. You can
Never.
You can show spreadsheets all day, and unless you see him drink it, I find it hard to believe.
Why is he doing it, Ethan? 2,000 pints in 200 days.
Well, there's obviously these confused people in the world, Joe. You remember your mate who ate all those kebabs for how long a period?
This is why I
was it?
brought it up. There was a gentleman in December who did a kebabathon who ate 4 kebabs a day for 301 days. He
You
spent
can't
more
get away
money
with
on...
kebabathon.
No. He spent more... He's gone very quiet, by the way, him. I think it might have killed him. He spent more money on kebabs than he actually did raising.
Raising his kids.
Well,
No.
it was two. What was it? It was for he raised £1,000, didn't he?
Yeah, and he
Oh, he
and
did
he
it for
spent-
charity, right?
But what worked out was that he must have spent in the region of what was it, like £600 or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
actually on kebabs.
There was no need as well for 4. Just
No.
have breakfast, lunch. That's
Yeah, it's 3 a day.
interesting in itself. That's 3 days. Breakfast, lunch.
What would you
dinner.
like for dessert? Another one.
I love another one. This guy isn't doing it for charity, but 2,000 pints in 200 days. So I'd like to recap his journey on the pod when he has completed it, if that's all right.
Speaking of costs, Joe, I was telling you the other week about my mate Alan, who loves a pint.
Yeah.
Loves a pint, Alan. Working men's club every week, few times a week, and we worked out that he averages 61 pints a week.
Which, do you know what? He's only 9 pints off what this guy's averaging a week.
Yeah.
Because he's averaging 70 pints a week.
And
Your mate Alan.
Alan's just doing it for fun. And I worked out the maths. And if a pint, let's say the average, because the working men's club pint is cheaper than your northern quarter pint.
Yeah.
So I put a bit of an average of going on away days, pubs or whatever, then the working men's club. So £5 a pint a pop.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Which is 61 a week is £15,860 a year.
God, you got to be a working man to make that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Which
Nice.
makes you think really how much money we're spending on pints. Because we might be a 20, well, I don't know, Joe, you're maybe a 20 pint a man a week,
Do you
would
know
you
what?
say?
I am week 1 into Stoptober, not drinking.
Yeah,
in
but-
How's it
October.
going?
Let's talk about
It's
all
rough
the
as
build
well,
up
not
till that though.
Yeah,
Like
September was a busy month. I probably had about 40 pints in September.
40 pints
Yeah.
a week.
Not, to be fair, I'd say about 60 pints in the whole of September. Should we do the 9 out of 10 club?
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Really? What's in
Yeah.
your bag? Are you bringing us some?
Oh, I just bought us a little snack. But then I
Is it
realised
9
we're
out of 10?
talking. I wouldn't. I've never had it before.
What?
I can show you it.
Yeah, you said you got a bag of snacks. I was like, brilliant. He's brought in a...
This is not-
Because we've got one. We've got a 9 out of 10. I
Yeah,
thought
this is
he's
no
brought...
way near a 9 out of 10.
So, yeah.
This is like bottom of the shelf.
Is this 1 out of 10
You
then?
brought a packed lunch for an hour's podcast.
No, I thought there's 3 guys in a room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like even stepdad's fucking cottage.
I bought us some cinnamon brioche, tearaway brioche.
What? Nice. Lovely.
I just thought,
Let's tear away.
yeah,
Go on then. So this could be 9 out of 10. Cinnamon brioche. That
could
sounds
be.
delicious.
I don't think you have to do anything to it.
Cinnamon's underrated. Is cinnamon... What is cinnamon?
It's just a lovely spice, isn't it?
Is it spice?
Or a herb or something. Look at that, eh? Don't see
Lovely.
that every day unless you work at Aldi.
What aisle is it on?
Brioche.
It reminds me of... Sniff that and tell me what other item it... Snip...
You're right, mate.
It's joking me. Sniff it. What other item does it remind you of?
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to assume some sort of cinnamon bun.
Ooh. What is it?
I don't know. Cinnamon?
Toasted tea cake.
Oh, yes. I don't think I've ever had a toasted tea cake.
Right, are you? Right, Ethan,
Do you
whilst
want some,
we're eating
Ethan?
this, why don't you tell us what the 9 out of 10 club is today?
All right. Hello, everyone. So this is the 9 out of 10 club. And I was thinking, well, we've got these two that do a bit of their own food review things. So how about let's ruin their relationship on our podcast, possibly. There's a bit of a debate to be had. And the debate is, Joe, as I'm going to take a little quick cut here, is Pepsi versus Coca-Cola. Right?
Yes, it is indeed. And that is what the 9 out of 10 club's going to be. I tell you what, that's fucking nice. It's not 9 out of 10, but it's delicious. So, 9 out of 10 club is two of the biggest selling drinks in the world going head to head. In front of me is Coca-Cola and Pepsi. In front of me is an anonymous Coca-Cola and an anonymous Pepsi. In front of me is a very full Max Smith as well. Look at all that fucking bread he's eating. Now, would you... I've had a fair bit as well. Ethan, did you have a bit?
I didn't have as much as you, greedy goat.
Whoa! Fucking hell. It's quite nice though, wasn't it?
Thank you for bringing it along, Max.
Did you say the sweet C word there as well?
No, I didn't
You
say
did.
that.
You did, didn't he?
Pointed at
I?
me and said it.
Demonetised that, yeah.
Did I actually say that?
You did, you called us dirty C's.
I didn't even
Greedy
read that.
C's.
I've got to write that
Yeah,
down.
no, yeah, don't get us demonetised.
No, I said guts.
Oh.
That's even worse. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
like a,
definitely take
that's
that
like a
out,
fat
cheeky
joke, that.
bastard. So, I mean, Ethan, talk to us. We've got two drinks in front of us. Do you remember which one's which?
Yes, I do. So, how about, Joe, tell me first, what do you think you prefer? And can you taste the difference?
I don't want
Do
to
you think?
stun anyone here.
Go on.
I think I like Pepsi better than cola.
What?
No. But the other variations of it, of Pepsi Max and Diet Coke, stuff like that, that's up for debate. But in terms of the OG, the sugary Pepsi/cola, I think I'm a Pepsi boy.
Yeah. Okay. I heard somewhere that one's better to be drunk cold and one's better to be drunk sort of room temperature.
Really?
Don't know which one's which.
Well, fucking hell, that's a great fact.
I've got a
It's up
question.
there with the busy tram you were on today. That
Wasn't busy.
What's your question?
I work at a bar, right? Now, I've got a hypothetical situation in my head and I need you to help me figure out, all
Yeah.
right? A woman comes to the bar, right? She says, do you have Pepsi Max?
Mm.
And I say, yeah. She drinks it. She has diabetes. She falls down. Now, she wanted Pepsi Max, the sugarless one. But because I'm called Max, I'm obviously, I mess up. Do I get in trouble for that?
Nah, you don't get in trouble for that.
Okay.
You might get Max telling off.
Yeah,
I don't know what I was
nice.
doing there,
Love
but
that. Love that.
let everyone down. So let's drink the furthest one away from us, shall we? Ethan, what's your favourite, by the way?
I'm an out Pepsi man, I believe.
Really?
I am.
I think from the smell I already know, but
Okay.
I won't say anything. So that's the furthest one away. Do you think from the smell you already know?
That's tough.
I think from the smell. No, I'm
Okay.
not going to tell you.
Nope.
Did anyone hear that? I think from the smell I know. Right, so this is the furthest one away from us.
Are they both the furthest ones away? Are the
Furthest
same?
the one the way is the same one.
Oh, fucking hell. What I had in my head was definitely not. I'll tell you what, it's nice. The Coca-Cola and Pepsi is nice, isn't it? Oh, man, I thought this was going to be the other one. My head is all fucked.
Oh boy.
All right, Max, fucking hell. Just stop, no.
That's
We've
what
got
coffee
listeners.
drinkers do.
We've got listeners. They also spit it out.
Have we got a bucket?
Just put it in the top of the bread. Ethan, have you had a drink?
No, but I will now. I might have got a bit mixed up with myself. Let me just
For
think.
fuck's sake, he's such a fucking daft bastard. Imagine doing a taste test of 2 anonymous drinks and then forgetting
completely
which
forgotten.
one you fucking drank of. Right, so the first one's good.
The first one's all right.
I'm going to have a second one now.
Okay.
Much more bubblier, my second one.
Oh, I think I know already. I think I know.
Yeah. It's all.
I think I know.
It is all changed in my mind.
All right then.
Do we write it down?
Yeah. What do you want us to do now? If this is your plan?
Oh, yes. Well, this is well thought through. How about, McGrath, you close your eyes and Smith reveals which one he thinks is, he can signal to the camera.
Okay.
Nice.
So-
Let's first of all just review, give him a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
Furthest one away, 6 out of 10. Closest one to me, 8 out of 10.
I know that one of the ingredients is lavender. I believe in Coke and Pepsi.
Well,
And this has a very strong taste of lavender.
sniffing the Coke.
Overpowering. But this one, all
Delicious.
the ingredients blend well together. Very happy with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what would you rank them?
6, 9.
So it's got in the 9 out of 10 club.
Yeah?
I guess so.
Fucking hell, congratulations. That quick. Fucking hell. Ethan, for you?
Oh, well,
Oh, you don't have a clue, do you? You don't have a fucking clue which one's which. Fuck's sake. Right.
I'm not very well at it, you see. Joe.
Yeah, fucking hell. Right, I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
Ethan, tell Max what to do.
All right, Max, signal to the camera.
Signal what? Sorry.
So, the
You
closest...
you didn't ask him to,
Signal. Okay.
like a help. Help me.
So,
I'm
camera...
going to pick up the one I think is Pepsi.
Yes.
Okay. So do you want to go on the wide just so it's okay. This is the one I think is the Pepsi. This is the one I think is the Coke.
Okay.
There you go.
McGrath.
Right, this is the one I think is the Pepsi, which is the one furthest away. The closest one is the Coca-Cola.
Yep.
And I think my mind has been changed. The Pepsi wasn't great. The Coca-Cola was. Ethan, you only need to give Coca-Cola a 9 out of 10 and it gets in there.
Well, I'm sadly absolutely baffled as to... No, it's coming back.
Fuck me. It's turned from the 9 out of 10 club.
Which one's the poison?
You see, I've just noticed.
What?
What?
I've got a blocked nose, so I can't taste anything.
Can't taste anything.
Well, I could a few minutes ago, but it's just recently became more blocked.
Right. So what's your favourite?
Oh, I'm just a bit lost at the minute. I identify as a Pepsi, but let me break the answer to you.
Yeah.
For you were both correct in identifying the Coke and Pepsi.
Pepsi, the cheap imitator. Why even try?
Absolutely loved it. So, would you put normal Coca-Cola, Ethan, into the 9 out of 10 club? Because you've had it plenty of times. It only needs one more vote.
I always thought I was a Pepsi man, Joe, so I can't. For that reason, I'm afraid this test has gone wrong because of so many. It wasn't a controlled test, was it?
Could I ask?
Oh, it was controlled at one point, and then you let
you
go
came
of the... Yeah, you fucked the whole thing up.
The drinks, where did they come from? Are they from a bottle, like
my
a plastic
God.
bottle or a glass bottle?
That makes... That really does change it.
Well, I decided to make it a fair test, and they both came from big fuck off bottles.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Wasn't Coca-Cola much fizzier?
It felt fizzier.
It did feel fizzier.
This
Both
feels like it's
opened
been
at the
left out a
same
little bit.
time.
Both open at the same time. Hold on.
That's
No,
ju-
you
that's
talk
just
shit.
That's great.
You had both fucking bottles like that. You twisting
Yeah.
someone's nipples. Open at the same time.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's like a party at your stepdad's cabin.
No, it's not. It's not. We don't
It
do
is
that.
fizzy up there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. So we know that Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi.
Yeah,
We know that bread there is just missing out on the 9 out of 10 club. I loved it.
it's good.
And we know that is another episode all done. Yeah. Right. This week on Friday, this Friday coming up, we are going to be releasing the Patreon special that you've heard about. Me and Ethan going to eat at Wood's restaurant. It was phenomenal. Fucking hell, I'm gassy. And we have got the full review, the full video, only on Patreon, patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast. Also, Max, you have anything to plug?
Hey guys, if you thought I was really fun this episode and want to see more of what what I do, I'm on the Wingmen, which
Yes.
is mine and Joe's food review channel. Don't know why he's doing it with Ethan.
Oh.
Sort of
No,
bit
it's
shit,
different.
that, to be
it's
honest.
different.
Bit shit, to be
It's
honest.
different. We're taking Ethan out for a
Nah,
posh
it's all
meal.
right, mate. It's all right. Oh, cheers. And I do Twitch. Links in the description.
You've got a Twitch?
What?
You've got a Twitch?
Well, not like a... yeah, not like that.
You can't do that again.
Did I tell you I've recently adopted a tick? Not like got one like as a pet, but rather so like I've recently.
Go on. I was stunned by that. I was going to say, okay, go on.
I can't help myself.
What kind of tick is it?
whenever I get in quite a stressy situation, and this has been going on for, I'm going to say, at least 6-7 months now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't stop clicking. It's true.
He's just taking
The West Side Story.
Yeah, fucking hell. This is starting to a good tune. Max, thank you for joining us.
Thank you all for having
We'll
me.
hopefully be back next week with Joe and his trench foot is cleared up. But until then,
He doesn't really have trench foot.
he does have trench foot.
Do you want... Sorry, before you sign off, shall I tell everyone what trench foot is? It's caused by prolonged exposure to cool temperature that is usually above freezing and damp, sometimes unsanitary conditions. So basically, he's just a dirty bastard, Joe.
That is a bit
Dirty
mad.
bastard
Trench foot
indeed.
is insane.
Mad. Well, anyway, hope you get better soon, Joe. Thank you. You won't be watching this. Bye, everyone. And remember, next time you're at the urinals, it's balls out. Wave even.
Yes, thank you. See you later, everyone. Ta-ra.